Mom, stop. I'll take the Pop-Tarts, of course. Today is April 26th, and it's Monday. And I'm Derek O'Shea, and this is the Derek O'Shea Show. President Joe Biden, he's doing a great job. Oh, wait. Approval rating at the 100-day mark at the presidency is the third lowest since tracking began in 1945, according to an ABC News Washington Post poll, which you know they're like, dadgummit. The poll, all told, the poll, 52% of Americans in the latest ABC News Washington Post poll approve of Biden's work in the office, so 52%, lower than the president at 100 days in office since 1945. Gerald Ford in 1947, 48%, and Richard Nixon, and Donald Trump at 42% in 2017. And ABC News reported for the 14 presidents from Truman to Biden, the 100-day range is average at 66%. Though, if Trump was there too, it's like, I think it's just a product of our society and people's outrage culture. But also, what is he doing? Tyler Perry said something quite different than other celebrities last night. Did you watch the Oscars? I watched it, and I stopped. For the first time in my life, I started, and then I stopped because I got so bored. There was no movie that I was excited about. Last year, I thought 1917 got snubbed because that movie was awesome. But I mean, Parasite was good too. But Tyler Perry said something quite different than any other celebrities in the Oscars last night, saying, which is this controversial quote, in this time, with all the internet and social media and algorithms and everything that wants us to think a certain way, the 24-hour news cycle, it's my hope that all of us would just teach our kids, and I want to remember, just refuse hate. Don't hate anyone. Whoa. How dare you say that? That's controversial. That makes me feel like all lives matter. Chadwick Boseman fans slam the Academy after he loses out to Anthony Hopkins for Best Actor. I saw that and I was like, oh, here's the one everyone's going to lose their minds at. Why? Because he deserves it, because he's dead. To be fair, Chadwick Boseman is a great actor, but so is Anthony Hopkins. It's just like, who cares? Oscar-nominated star Andra Day has claimed that textbooks used in the American schools are designed to perpetuate white supremacy. No wonder I hated going to school as a kid. There's all those white supremacy books. I was like, man, this feels so racist in my schools. Jeez. Where do these people go to school? Just like they're private schools, and they're just like, these white supremacy. God. Police officers mocked LeBron James all weekend long on TikTok and even on videos after he targeted a cop who saved a black girl from being stabbed. And I welcome it. I think it's hilarious. I can't believe it shows what they think of their bosses, because if I did something like that publicly, I think my boss... Oh, wait, I do it every day. Sky News Australian host James Morrow criticized recent moves of President Joe Biden that he has made, at least to the surface, appear to be weakening America's military might, while America and Australia's enemies are growing increasingly aggressive. Duh. Of course he wants to make us look weaker. I mean, that's why we're hanging out with Iran. That's why our budget for the military is not as high as it should be. And that's why when the thing that was about to go down between Russia and Ukraine, we turned our boats away. We want to seem like we're part of this new world order. Don't say that. Elon Musk said, a bunch of people will probably die during a mission to Mars. The dude's a robot, all right? He doesn't. If you're like, hey, Elon, you ever, empathy? He's like, empathy. Empathy. I've heard of this word. Sympathy, maybe? Because sympathy, most people can muster at least. And he's like, sympathy. Does not compute. Derek Chauvin's prosecutor says he felt bad for killer cop because he's a human being and calls the judge not to impose heavy sentence on George Floyd's murderer. He said this on 60 Minutes. I wonder if you feel bad and maybe think that maybe he didn't kill him. Why would you say that? Interesting. The 4 astronauts on board a SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft were told that they could possibly be on a collision course with an unknown object before docking at the International Space Station in with NASA. An unknown object, huh? What do we call that? A UFO? Seriously, though. I want to believe. 16 people shot and 2 dead in Chicago this weekend. But, as always, no one says anything. You should check out my recap video where I diagnose and say how liberal leftists do not care about black on black crime. They literally do not care if black people kill other black people. And why I think that way. Check out my video. Mayor of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, has declared a state of emergency ahead of the release of the body cam footage of the fatal shooting of Andrew Brown Jr. by law enforcement last week. State of emergency. NYPD Hate Crimes has released a new images of unidentified black male who was recorded on camera repeatedly kicking the head of a 61-year-old Asian man on the head. I thought it was a bunch of white supremacists running out here kicking Asians. Oh, it's not, statistically. 3 men from the Philadelphia area have been federally indicted over their alleged involvement in setting off explosives inside businesses during the Black Lives Matter rioting. Will they be charged? And will they be prosecuted is the other question. Unaccompanied. God, man. You know when a word just hits you? And you just can't quit you. Migrant children brought into shelter in Long Beach, California will be given a copy of Kamala Harris's children's book, Superheroes Are Everywhere, as a welcome gift. The books are being paid by the Biden administration using U.S. taxpayer dollars. Great. But it makes total sense. Liberals love indoctrinating children. They've been doing it with public schools for a very, very long time. This isn't new. But, stories like this get swept under the rug, but I think it's a huge, huge problem. And not okay. Could you imagine if during the Trump administration, Trump was sending people like, the art of the deal? The media would lose their minds, and they would talk about it for months. They would be like, the Capitol insurrection, and then Trump giving books to migrant children. I don't know which is worse. U.S. Supreme Court granted certificate and will be hearing a NRA-backed case challenging New York gun laws. Good luck with that one. Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein were once at the White House and came as guests for former President Bill Clinton, as new pictures prove it to be so. Thanks, the sun. Bill Clinton was such a great president. He did everything right. He was just friends with pedos. And there's presidents. And they're like, oh, here's one picture with Trump in the background, and he's like holding their hand at an event. And then here's Bill Clinton inviting them to the White House. And the media looks at those two and they're like, I don't know which is worse. British secret agents have started green spying. British MI6, it's like their secret mission, have started green spying on the world's biggest polluters to make sure they will keep their climate promises ahead of M16. They're green spying to make sure you keep your climate promises. That's what we're sending our spies in the world. That's the new spy mission. Could you imagine the movies that are going to come out? I'm tracking India right now. I just saw somebody not throw a plastic in the right recycle container. Take him down! Take him down now! Rob Gronkowski sets Guinness Book of World Record with 600-foot catch from helicopter. God, who cares? UFC 261, I watched that. That was awesome. Returned on Saturday with a full capacity crowd, and it felt so good to hear real fan noise. Like, I'm so tired of watching sports with this fabricated fan noise. You're just like, it just feels fake, and I hate it. It's like you already hate that they're talking about politics the entire time, like, and there's fake fan noise, so everything just feels so fabricated and fake and like a show. And now that felt real, and the fights were good. Oh, Masvidal. And today in history, in 1986, a test triggers nuclear explosion, disaster in Chernobyl. And that's why we don't do nuclear energy. But to be fair, the internet wasn't even really there. I mean, it started in like 1983, I think, but people didn't start using it really until 1990. So that's when it didn't work in 86. How long ago was that? Way too long ago. We could try it again. Nuclear energy will never be a thing because it'll make our energy prices so cheap that energy companies won't be making money out of it, and they'll be mad about it. Guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy your day. Find a way to enjoy your day. Check out my week recap video last week. It's just diagnosing why I think that liberal leftists do not care about black on black crime and why I think it's so. And I include the media in that. They just don't report on it. They don't care about it. And when they do it, it's like very quick and under the rug, and then it's smushed under. But if anything happens, a white cop shoots a black guy, or like a white guy shoots up a bunch of black people, those stories get reported because that's it's all part of the narrative. It's all part of the plan. If I say one little, we're living in Joker times and Hunger Game times. So if you haven't read the Hunger Games, you should read that book especially because I got a lot of kids that watch my show. When I say kids, I think like high school, like college. But that book has a lot to do with what's going on. Socialism, communism does not work. But let's try it again. It feels good. It feels good, so let's do it. Have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys have... be sure to share this with literally anyone and everyone you know. It's the only way I will grow as a platform. It's through you, through viewers like you. Because algorithms and search engines do not back me, and they hate me, and it's only a matter of time before I'm taken down. So look out and share this. If you're on Twitter, retweet stuff I put out, or if you're on Instagram, repost stuff, or if you're on Facebook, do the same, or just tell your friends and family about it. That's the best way. I think word of mouth is the best because people trust each other. Have a fantastic day. As always, I'll see you on the next episode of the Derek O'Shea Show.